All right, come on, let's get this cracking.
Can you picture this? Baby, David, good looking, baby. CYP got another. I see y'all. Yeah. Can you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT. Podcast of the D with Clay and the crew. It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube, you make sense.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? You are listening to the CYPT podcast, the podcast of the strongest, fastest, most powerful t-shirt / print shop here on the Eastern Seaboard. I am Just Niles.
It's your boy Lance.
And I'm Clay.
And we have a special guest with us. Please introduce yourself.
Coated. Finish it.
Kicks,
Yeah.
Candy coated kicks. Candy coated kicks in the house.
How y'all doing today?
Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're very happy to have you with us, Candy. Longtime friend. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I am Candy Coated Kicks.
You are.
I am.
You are.
I'm a shoe customizer from Detroit, and I like to display my artwork on people's shoes.
Where have we seen some of your work at?
You Instagram.
I mean, I know where I seen it. I got a pair, so I know. Yeah. I know where I seen it.
Yes, and
I
my
got
mentor
a pair.
also.
And I got a pair of the candy coated kicks. I ain't even worn my shoes yet. I got them displayed on the walls. Like, I need a pair to wear. You know, I need an extra pair.
Period.
Can I get an extra pair
Yeah,
so I can finally just like rock them candy coated joints?
Yes, you can.
Candy, you've done shoes for a lot of people. Tell me some of those famous people that you've done shoes for.
Well, one of them was
Besides me.
You're right. You're right. And besides you.
Okay.
Because you're
Okay.
a very
All right.
important
All right.
person
All right.
as well.
Well, thank you.
But yes. So I have done a shoe for the University of Michigan football coach, Jim Harbaugh. I did a shoe for him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. I also did it for the University of Michigan women's basketball coach. I did one for her, as well as the whole athletic department.
Wow.
The whole department?
Yes.
How did you get started?
Somebody actually was following me on Instagram. Yeah, someone was following me on Instagram, and then I received a call from the athletic director. And when she called me, she was like, we're having a game against Michigan State. For halftime, we're going to have a battle of the sneakers. So they're going to have their customizer, and we would like for you to be our shoe customizer and present the shoe during halftime.
Well, let's go back to
how did you get
where you got started? How did you get started?
My bad. I thought we was talking about doing the shoe for them. I actually did this as a kid. I used to get in trouble for doing things like this.
Coloring on shoes with
Coloring
markers?
on shoes. I was taking Kool-Aid mixed with peroxide, dyeing them different colors to match my outfits.
Oh, you was in the kitchen?
Yeah, I was in the kitchen. I was tearing clothes up, ripping clothes up, because I just hated looking like everybody else.
So not only shoes, you like dibble and dabble with the clothes.
Too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Anything possible to make me not look like everybody else. So like while everybody was running out going to get their used outfit, when we got to school, it was like, well, ours ain't look like that. I know.
So individuality has always been a big thing to you.
Yes.
Always. That's what drove you into why specifically sneakers?
It wasn't just sneakers. It was just clothes, hats, whatever I can get my hands on to change to look different. That's what I did.
But you specialize in shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was asking why the shoes over anything else? Because that seems to be one of the hardest to me.
Because I'm a shoe person. I'm a sneaker head. I'm a heel head. So
all day.
So not only like gym shoes, you like dress shoes,
boots, dress shoes, cone highs. I've done it all.
Do you customize any of those things? Mm-hmm. Okay, you do it all. Mm-hmm. Any kind of shoe. Dress shoes, heels. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can bring you. It can be a boot. You can just change the color to iridescent patent leather, whatever they want.
Absolutely.
There's nothing that you can't do with a shoe.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Y'all heard that.
Nothing.
How extensive can my shoe get? Like how far can I take this? Is the sky the limit? You could just
sky the limit, baby. Let's do it.
Because I've seen some crazy stuff that you could do, Candy, and I don't even know where to start.
When my creative juices get to flowing, it's like I'm there.
So what are you into like lately? Like, are you doing something different, like other than just like a painting of a shoe? Or are you doing anything other than, the typical? I see these people putting like leather on shoes. Like, what are you doing right now with shoes? It's different.
It's my style.
Your style?
Yeah.
That separates you apart from like, because there's a lot of, on Instagram, I see a lot of up and coming shoe artists. So what like separates you from like them? Do you emulate anybody, or do you create your own?
It's some style? People. I do have 3 customizers that I follow in Cali, and I'm inspired by them. But it's just like even when I was doing hair, no matter what it is that I see that inspire me, I'm gonna add my touch to it and finesse it. Right. So that's what makes me stand out.
It's a little different.
It's a little different, yeah. And I'm also known for a lot of people call me the detail queen because they're like my details be so distinct. And they look like they came from the factory.
Right.
So I think that's what kind of set me aside from people, even when I see other people work, because I do look at other people work. And I'm just like, got to learn how to stay in the lines, buddy.
No.
Fabric is off. And I'm sure it's probably some people but I try to spend as much time because I want my customer shoes to look just like as if I was doing my own shoes.
Right. Now I know it's a lot of work detailing the shoe because I used to detail shoes and that was a lot for me. So I was like, I'm doing too much. Let's bring on somebody else that can.
Yeah.
Especially with that paint, you are
outrageous.
You are very meticulous with detail. So tell me a little bit about. Like, if you do make a mistake or something, how do you fix that? I mean, because I've painted shoes before, and I know that, like, you might get some paint on a part that you were not supposed to get it on.
Absolutely.
So it's like a little tricks that you can do. Like, has it ever been a time that you thought you couldn't get out of something? Like, oh, man, I messed this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And what makes it so, like, I get mad at myself because I'll be like, what were you thinking? What was you? And I have to set it to the side.
Right, and come back to
it.
Yeah, just
yeah, because during that panic moment, you're just like, oh my God.
What am I going to do?
And sometimes it don't even be that serious. But just the fact that you sitting there and you working on the shoe and a mistake happens, you like, and then I have to say, nope.
So
I start on something else.
Tell me, like, what was one of the worst mistakes you made? Like maybe a wrong name on a shoe or a totally different color. Like, what is some of the craziest mistakes that you made?
Yeah, whose was it? No, don't tell us who it was. Don't tell us who it was.
Absolutely not. But I will tell them, but I know how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? But the most craziest thing I did was oxidation process. And
what is
for
that?
Those that don't know, is a process that you take the shoes through to remove the oxidant from the soles, which is the better known term is yellowing of the sole. So I put my lollipop sauce on there, and yes, I do sell that. So
they call it lollipop.
The lollipop sauce.
Yeah, I got some lollipop. I have my own shoe cleaning kit. So I put my lollipop sauce on there. I wrapped it up. I put it up under my UV lamp, and I'm like waiting for the process because it's like 36 to 72 hours in between the steps. So once it goes up under the light, it's kind of like out of my control. The light has to do
what it do.
Its thing.
Okay.
And I got the shoe up under there, and so I'm okay. Periodically, I'm checking. So I'm like, okay, let me just leave it alone and let it do what it do. So I'm all into a whole nother shoe, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go check this shoe. I take the plastic off the shoe, the whole sole, okay?
Was it a shoe that you never done before?
No, it was a Jordan, and
was it fake?
No, it wasn't fake. This is the thing: shoes that are stitched, they can stay up there overnight up under a light. Like they can complete the whole 12 to 36 hours up under there. But Jordans aren't stitched; they're glued.
So that was the first Jordan you did.
That was the first Jordan trying to remove the yellow out the sole. And because it's a UV lamp and the way you have to wrap it, the moisture with the heat and the moisture separates the shoe from the sole.
I would have been terrified.
Because all Jordan shoes are glued. So when you have heat that's on glue, what does it do? It melts the glue down.
Right.
And so it's separated.
So the whole sole
And the whole sole
just came off
of the shoe.
Now tell me, like,
I didn't panic. It wasn't a big thing to me because
I would have panicked.
No, I didn't. Now, if I was somebody that didn't know what I was doing, then hell yeah, I would have panicked.
Wait a minute. So you never,
but
a sole never came off the shoe.
I already know the first and second stages of breaking a shoe down and rebuilding it, it was nothing to me.
Okay, so you knew how to rebuild the shoe
like
back.
I already had the materials to
glue it back
and had to let it sit for 72 hours so the glue could back.
And he never called you back like, I was hooping in my whole soul.
No, I told him what happened. I told him what happened.
Okay.
And he was just like...
He couldn't even tell, could he?
No. He couldn't even
you
tell.
You had to tell him.
It came off where? And I was like, dude, like the whole shoe separate, like the sole was in my hand and the shoe was here.
Walk gingerly.
Don't kick nobody.
Don't kick nobody. But no, he couldn't even tell. But that and it was actually funny to me because I was just like,
so that was the ultimate.
That was the ultimate.
How long did it take you to know how to build a shoe from top to bottom? This has to have been. I know you said you've been doing it since you were a kid.
I don't even know the beginning, the first and the second stage, and that was because I was getting ready to take a class. Mm-hmm. And then when Nike went on their whole scroll of sending out cease and desist to these people that were remaking their brand.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah. So that kind of
ended
that.
Now you said that you're really big into detail, and I can attest to that. The shoes I have, the ones you made for me, the lines that you made, it looks like I couldn't even imagine it. It looks exactly what it was supposed to look like and more. My question is, what is your creative process that you go through when you're getting ready to do something like this? Do you listen to music? How do you get in the zone? Because this has to take a long time. This has to take a
very long time, and that's the part people don't understand. If I was the type of work, and I'm not trying to take or slander nobody, but my whole thing is, whatever you into, it has to be a passion of yours. Because if it's not a passion of yours, for one, it's not going to stay long. You're not going to be into it. And you're not going to be into the details, how you were saying, like, not taking away that this is not what you wanted. But if this is not solely your passion of designing and doing artwork on the shoe, when you get to little parts that's like that, you're going to be like, oh, or like I said, you see some customizers and you be like, okay, you painted this part, but what about the inside of that? Like you got a whole Nike sign pink, but what about the...
So you have a whole, like, you customize it from what the customer wants. So it's like a la carte. So I can get this done, done. Or do you just do your thing?
Okay, let's start here. The first thing that gets me grooving and in the mood is my music.
Okay.
Like I open up at 9 in the morning. Sometimes I'm there an hour early because I have to bless my office. I have to say my prayers to myself.
No, where's your office at?
Greenfield and 12 Mile.
Okay.
And I'm music from like 9 in the morning to like about 4 or 5.
What kind of music?
Anita Baker, neo soul type of stuff.
And then you kick it up a
Yeah,
notch.
because it helps me, you know.
You don't burn no sage.
No, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. But yeah, I'm like Anita Baker, India.Arie, Jasmine Sullivan, real mellow.
Would have walked in, kicked the music, turned the
And
lights on.
then 5 o'clock, I'm turned up. I'm a little dirt because now I'm really, really in the zone. Everybody is gone from my office. I'm the only one that's there, so I get to really get down.
So,
and now, like what you were saying, was it a passion? What you were asking me again?
No, he was asking you, like, how, when you're talking to a customer and you're getting the idea of what they want.
Right. So, for the most part, I really don't, out of all the customers I did, they may be like, bring in a shirt or something and be like, match this shirt. But for the most part, all my customers, they like, you the artist, freestyle.
So how do you charge them then? When you
I have is levels to this.
Okay.
So you have different pricing levels and you just pick what's suitable for you. You have a basic
What's a
color.
basic? Okay, keep going, Kim.
You have your basic 2-color customs, and which is just consists of 2 colors.
Right.
You might be like, oh, I got this pink and black shirt. That's your 2-color custom.
So you just do the 2-color. You put the paint where you want to put it at.
Yeah.
Okay. So
as long as it's just
those 2 colors.
Those 2 colors. Yeah. Right. Let me make sure so I could tell my people correctly.
That's you.
So yeah. I did add with that, with the 2-color customs, like they can get names or little detail work to that, but not much detail. You just get, a little bit of detail. And then I have the next one is called my Coded Customs Loaded. So that's like your big artwork, details, laces, insoles, different stuff like that. And then you have your prices where you want your designer prints on there. So you have one price package where you get the designer print and you have no color, no artwork. You just strictly just the designer print is one price. And then if you want designer print and you like, oh, but I want some color on here, then that's another package that you have to pay for. And then I have my restoration, my shoe laundry, I call it. And that's it.
What about like stones, rhinestones and stuff like that?
Yes, I do those, but only for weddings and birthday purposes only.
Like kids' shoes and stuff like that? Okay.
That's it. Because it's too tedious.
Yeah.
It's really tedious, and the time I'm taking to do that, I could do 2 other shoes instead of
narrowing it down.
Spending all my time. So I just broke it down, and when I do those pieces, I always make sure when I post it on my social media platforms, weddings and birthdays only.
No exceptions.
No exceptions.
Which shoe do you do the most of? What shoe is brought to you the most to be customized?
Adidas.
More so than an Air Force One.
Yes.
I definitely thought it was going to be a
I
Force.
thought it would be an Air Force One.
Then a white Force? An Adidas definitely?
And why do you think that?
I think because the age brackets of people that I'm dealing with.
Okay.
And not that I don't do kids or teenagers or different stuff like that, but what's so crazy is shoes that I've done that I thought were for the adult, it was for the teenager. And like I had to ask the teenager, like, what you know about top 10s?
So a top 10 is the main shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
The top 10 is the main shoe, not no. I just recently did some shell toes, and they got the Gucci print put on the shell toes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hand painted that?
No, that was actual Gucci print.
So tell me about that. Like, how do you put that print? Is that vinyl or
No? It's the actual Gucci fabric print.
She said
the
it's
authentic.
the authentic Gucci
Yes.
fabric print.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a wholesaler that I order from.
Okay.
So that's where I get my Louis Vuitton, my Gucci, my Fendi.
Candy, I need some Gucci shoes.
Yeah.
I need some Gucci shoes bad.
And they can see that all on your Instagram. They gotta go to what's the Instagram again?
Candy C Kicks.
Candy C Kicks.
Yes. Facebook, Candy Coated Kicks, LLC. TikTok, Candy Coated Kicks. My Snapchat is C_coded22.
Now, you are a fellow person who does a thing on Greenfield. I want to know how you got to Can You Picture This? How did you? Because I met you through here. Mm-hmm. So I want to know how did I get to meet you? How did you make it all the way down here? What was going on?
Let me tell you the backstory of that.
Tell me how I met Candy.
You as well as everybody else. I did a oldie show to Ty Mopkins. I seen his story that he posted on Facebook about designing something, and those rights was stripped from him. So I went and purchased the shoe, and I did it exactly how he planned for it to be designed. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know what it was that he did. I just felt him as a designer, like, you design something and dang, somebody took it from you. And I was like, oh, I'm about to go buy the shoe and I'm about to do it. And I did it and I posted it and everybody was just like tagging him and was like, oh, I want this shoe. I want this shoe. And like later on that day or whatever, and I was telling him like, no, I'm not doing no shoe for y'all. Like I did this for him. This my homage shoe to him or whatever. And I got a call. And he was like, hey, can I speak to Candy Coated? And I was like, this her. And he was like, this Ty. And I was like,
oh, he called you?
Yeah. And I was like, Ty? And then he was like, yeah, you did this. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I was like,
oh, Ty.
I'm like, oh, Ty. And I'm like, hey. And he was like, yeah, my wife seen you posted that shoe you did for me. And everybody was tagging me. And he was like, and it's like identical to what I.
Tell us about the shoe. What did it look like?
It was a Bad Boys Adidas shoe. Piston shoe.
Okay.
And he was like, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you did a very good job on that shoe. Like,
so was it a regular shoe? Was it a patent? That was a patent leather.
Yeah, it was black and orange patent leather shoe. And I put the Bad Boys stuff on there and I put his signature on the shoe. I created my own shoe tags and put the Bad Boys on my shoe tags for my laces to go through.
So you do patent leather?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, back in the day when I tried to do a patent leather shoe, it didn't work so good for me. You know, when you get like what I was telling you about, like what's one of the stories that you done messed somebody's shoe up. Mm-hmm. So whatever I did to this shoe, it didn't dry. You know what I'm talking about? It stayed wet for like weeks. But I ended up I had to buy another shoe to do the shoe over. So patent leather is a very hard skill to do. And you know how to do that, right? So guys, if you need some patent leather shoes, Candy Coated.
Yeah, they also call me that too. They call me the patent leather queen.
Because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
What is your favorite shoe that you've customized? What's the one that always sticks out to you? When someone asks you what's your favorite shoe, what's the one that you just like, this is my one, this is my greatest, this is my achievement?
I really don't have.
Not one?
I'm telling a lie.
You got a top three?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Hit me with the three.
My first shoe is, of course, my time Mopkins.
The time.
Because that's what we gonna get back to that. Because that's how
we got here.
That's how we got here. My second shoe is the Detroit News shoe I did. I call it the Paperboy. And my last shoe I would have to say is the shoe that I did for the 15-year-old girl who's battling cancer at University of Mott's Hospital, Children's Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She created a canvas where it was a Candy Coated Kicks / Blake Corum collaboration. So her favorite player is Blake Corum. They did a Nike dunk on the canvas, and she painted it. And I brought it to life.
Wow.
Yeah. So, again, I had a media person call me, and they're like, we have this 15-year-old girl named Allie. She's battling from cancer. She's at University of Mott's Children's Hospital. Her favorite player is Blake Corum, and she loves University of Michigan, and she hopes to attend there one day. And she's at the hospital, and we need somebody like you to bring her picture to life. So how she had it colored on the canvas, that's how I colored the dunk.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. How long ago was this?
This was just in November.
How's she doing?
She doing good.
Great. Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
She doing good.
So Ty Hopkins gave you a call.
Yeah. He gave me a call. We talked about the shoe, and he's like, I got a question. I was like, yeah. He was like, why are you telling people you're not going to do a shoe for them? And I was like, because I do shoes for myself. I was like, and that was my shoe to you. And he was like, if you don't get this money, he was like, because this shoe beautiful. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. And that was it. And then, like, an hour later, he called me back. And he was like, yeah, this tag in. And I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm setting up at CYPT. I want you to come. I want you to bring the shoe that you did. He was like, and I just want you to bring your A game, bring your receipt book if you got to, because I'm letting people know you taking orders.
Had you heard about us before then? Before Ty said it?
I've seen this place.
Okay.
And I always rolled past it, and I think it was something else, like with a hair shop or something somewhere in here, or was it the plaza that's down?
Well, it used to be.
It was over there.
A hair shop before. It was. Can you picture this?
Here.
Yeah, here. Yeah, it was a hair shop.
Yeah.
And then that same hair shop moved down the street. So,
and I kept saying, like, I know I seen a hair place like right in here, and I was like, what is this new place? But it always caught my attention. I just never came. So when he told me to meet him here, because he was going to be launching some things or whatever, and I was like, oh, I gotta come. That's all he had to say was come full throttle. That's what I'll do. I'm so extra. So,
because when you show up, you show up.
Period.
When you show up, you show up.
Period. So I was like, oh, let me Google CYPT. And that's what I did. And I was like, oh my God, it's like 8-something in the morning. I was like, I don't care. I'm calling. I'm about to be the first one. Like, that's
hello.
She called.
That's my thing. Like, if I can, I'm gonna be the first at something, the first to do something, the first to come out, the first. Like, I just gotta be. I'm just like that. Always have been. So I called, and Clay answered the phone.
At 8 in the morning?
At 8 in the morning. I get calls like that all the time.
Oh,
sometimes I just answer the phone just to see, like, it's 12 o'clock at night.
You know it's from the shop?
Yeah, because the phone calls get transferred to my phone.
Right.
So sometimes I just want to see, like, come on, let me see. Just let me see. I want to be entertained.
Has you had any coffee or anything yet?
Nothing,
This is first thing in your day.
I'm rolling out the bed.
and listen.
But you was up.
Hey, God work in mysterious ways. Because let me tell you, he answered the phone and I was like, yeah, I was like, Ty Mopkins supposed to be up. And he's like, yeah, I know when we open. And I was like, I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bug you. I said, but I just really, really, really need a favor. And I was like, I just Googled it. And he was like, how can I help you? And I was like, I need some socks done. I was like, I need a shirt done. I was like, I need everything done because I got to come full throttle for this launch.
You know, this was going to be big.
Yeah. I was like, this going to be big right here. And I'm like, and what's so crazy is I still didn't know who he was. I still didn't know.
But you knew he was somebody.
I knew he was somebody because the way people kept tagging his name. Mm-hmm. They just kept like my post was just doing numbers, and people was like, "Oh, I just went and got that shoe. Can you do this? Can you do that?" And I was just like, "Oh, he's somebody."
Oh,
so he was like, "Well, what do you want on the socks?" And I was like,
"At 8 in the morning."
I was like, well, I got a logo, but I don't got a logo. And I was like, eventually I'm going to get one, but I do got something that represent me. And I was like, and I want this on here. And I was like, and then on my shirt, I want the shoe that I did on the front of my shirt. And I was like, and then I want Ty Mopkins on the back of my shirt. And I was like, and he was like, it was just quiet, right? And I was like, hello? And he was like, yeah. He said, I tell you what. And now that he's my business mentor and I know how he is and I know how my gang, my family is, he probably was going back to sleep on me.
By that time, I was up.
And he was just like, I tell you what, I'll open up at 9 a.m. He was like, be there. I was like, say less.
He did, yeah. He did.
And I came and you know, something was just telling me like,
this gonna be good.
This man about to be busy. Ty is talking about being here early in the morning and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a lot. You know, people coming in. He got what he got.
And it was busy.
It was.
But I got you in.
You did.
I took care of you because
I
promised I was going to do that for you.
And when I tell you he took care of me, he took care of me.
Because Ty was doing that thing that day, right?
Yeah. But I didn't take care.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And so it had turned out to, I was helping Ty. That was my first time face-to-face meeting him. And I was like, oh, he doing big things. And then Rob came in. And I already knew Rob from DJing, doing with the pedal bites. Because we had the pedal bites. And then he came in. And then it went from that to... I had my receipt book. People was bringing in shoes. I was piling shoes in my car, in my trunk. It went from me taking Cash App orders because people that didn't live here or wasn't here wanted shirts. Mm-hmm. I was sending Cash Apps to Lou. I'm like, what's y'all Cash App? I got people sending. So it was just down. Like it was
a good day.
It was going down. So, and then that's when I took pictures with y'all. And
then can you picture this
candy-coated
collaboration?
Ty said, I'm doing a video with you right now. Put your phone on video. I was like, huh?
Right now.
What you said?
Right.
What you said?
Huh? What you mean? Right now?
He was like, you ready? I was like, yeah. He was like, press record. And that's what I did. And I still got the video. And he was like, hey, I'm here with Candy Coated Kicks. He was like, from this day forward, I took her up under my wing. He was like, this is what it is. We up from here. And he was like, you know what? Matter of fact, we going to get off this video because the prices then went up. And hit the end button. And I said, what he said.
What he said.
What he said. And then Rob was like, let's get this video. And I said, okay.
How long ago was this? I remember it. It wasn't. I remember it. It was a wild day.
It's been
because I think it was the first time I heard about Ty.
It's been about 4 years.
That long?
Mm-hmm. I've been doing shoes for people for 4 years.
She might be right.
Wait a minute. You just when you started doing shoes?
I started in 2018.
Man, you good.
2018.
You good. You good.
And then once I got of course, you guys did my logo.
We did.
Yeah, y'all did my logo in 2019, and I went and got my LLC and my business name and stuff patent in 2019.
What is one of the biggest challenges you face in the shoe industry? Oh, it ain't none? It ain't none.
Ain't no challenge. That's what I like to hear.
For real?
Swing blank, it's no challenge.
It's
For
no
real?
challenge.
It's no challenge.
Is it? Are you saying that
And
because
I'm
is it
saying
because
that
what you
humbly
love to? Is it because
and
what you love to do,
respectfully.
or it's just?
It's not. What God got for me, He got for me. He don't send my blessings to nobody else's mailbox.
It's in you. Mm-hmm. As a person, another person works on Greenfield. How do you feel your small business impacts the community?
Oh, it's nothing small about me.
How do you feel about your business impacting the community?
I'm serious.
No, for real though.
I have to correct other entrepreneurs, and I'm like, if you think small, you're gonna be small.
True.
I'm not a small business.
True.
Yeah. So, at first, I didn't think that I really put no impact on people, but I get a lot of letters. I get a lot of inboxes and DMs where other people just be like, you just don't know how much you inspire me. And I didn't think that I did, you know. I know I'm a good-hearted person. I know I'm a good person. I know I can send out a lot of positivity. I'm uplifting. But you don't know how inspiring you are until you're told.
So, what are your plans for Candy Coated Kicks?
What's coming up next?
What's coming up next?
What's coming up
you
next?
see Candy Coated Kicks in the next 5 years. Tell me what Candy Coated Kicks look like.
My own building. I love my office space that I'm in. I have a very good landlord. He looks out for me tremendously. But I want to have my own building. I want to have my own building, but God's timing.
Do you see will you be working with like other shoe designers like in this building? Is it just like how many people in this building that you have?
Multiple
people designing
multiple
shoes?
people. I have a bridge ambassador. He's 25 and he's an upcoming shoe customizer. So he comes and he works with me twice a week. He's learning. He's a very good artist, but it's some things that I'm teaching him. Details is very important.
I was just about to ask you that. What's the most important thing?
Details. To me, details is your foundation. And your foundation means everything and anything that you do. You can have the biggest mansion in this world, but if it's not sitting on a good foundation, it's gonna fall apart. Okay. And that's what it is for me. The details, the things that I learned. I have a very good business mentor. If you guys don't know, I do. My business mentor is Clay. He's the owner of CYPT.
Fearlessly.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm on the podcast. Like, back to the Ty Mopkins story, like, after, the day was done or whatever, and we all took photos, Ty took me outside, and he said, I just want to kick it with you for a minute. And he was like, yes, I'm taking you under my wing. He said, but I want to pass you to somebody that I feel is going to be great for you. And I was like, who is that? And he was like, Clay. And we came back in. I was like, oh, okay.
Did he say why?
He just said he feels like he would be good for me. Not taking away from himself, but he just was like, because he watched me, he talked to me on the phone, he seen what I could do, and he was just like, I feel like he would be a good mentor for you. And he brought me back in, and he pulled Clay to the side, and he said, I need you to work with her. He said, take her up under your wing, get her right, and I know you would do her right.
Was that the day the Candy Coated Times Can You Picture This was born?
Mm-hmm. From that day. No looking back.
That's those collaborations, like they collaborating Adidas and Gucci.
Yeah.
Candy Coated and CYPT.
Yeah. So it was a must. We got Candy Coated CYPT together.
You've been rocking with us for a minute, and we're so happy to have you.
We ain't going nowhere.
And thank you so much for joining us on our podcast, Candy, for real. It means so much to us.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure as always.
As always. And y'all are so good to me. They are. Come get y'all stuff together, CYPT. I ain't just saying that because I'm here. Like, seriously. Like, they do everything for me. Everything. Like, I'm so spoiled sometimes. I just feel like they supposed to do everything for me. Because they look out for me, so I know they'll look out for y'all. Come get your shirts, your business cards. They do everything for me. Me and Yummy was just talking about him today. Me and Yummy was on the phone for a long time. That's my girl.
Yummy, she came here today.
Yeah, she came here today.
Yeah.
Yummy Candles. Candles. Shout out to Yummy Candles.
Yeah, shout out to Yummy. Yeah, that's my girl.
So tell them in closing how they can reach you one more time.
Oh, one more time. Instagram, Candy C Kicks. I got a whole bunch of platforms, so y'all excuse me. TikTok, Candy Coated Kicks, LLC. Snapchat, C_Coded22. YouTube, Candy Coated Kicks, LLC. What else am I missing? Platforms. Facebook, Candy Coated Kicks, LLC.
Where are you located?
I am located in Southfield, 29551 Greenfield Rd, Suite 103 and 104.
Phone number?
Yep.
313-778-1066. CandyCodedKicksLLC.com.
All right.
Let me pay this bill real quick. This program is brought to you by Whiff, the Wash and Fire fragrance laundry detergent, guaranteed to make your clothes smell cleaner and last longer. If you want your outfit as fresh as you are, you want to use Whiff. Your nose and your clothes will thank you. Els?
You have just listened to the Can You Picture This podcast, the podcast for the strongest, fastest, most powerful print shop on this side of the Eastern Seaboard. You can catch us in the heart of Detroit, Greenfield and Grand River, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our address is 14223 Greenfield Road, Detroit, Michigan, 48227. Our phone number is 313-273-5000.
You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast. CYPT Podcast. CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYP.